Hey guys, what's going on? Just wanted to chime in on some thoughts. Opening weekend, few things going on this weekend, but mainly what I'm going to do is touch on this one is just give my quick over thoughts in regards to the Deadpool 2 release. Very interesting film, kind of what we expect out of Deadpool, but there were a lot of things that I was not prepared for. Overall, it was a good plot, good story. Definitely, I'd say it was better than the second one, which a lot of times when you get a follow-up movie, you don't always get that. You get a bit of drop-off. So that movie didn't suffer from this at all. I'm just trying to think of how to go about saying things, of just kind of dropping subtle hints to kind of know what to expect, but at the same point, I don't want to ruin or spoil anything for you, because spoilers for people are a big thing. Somewhere along the way, I'm not going to say when, where, or how, Celine Dion pops up, which is kind of one of those things which doesn't really make all that sense. How does Celine Dion fit into a Deadpool film? That was kind of interesting and funny. So you kind of get that feeling. There were a whole bunch of things. A lot of what the movies with the trailers, they kind of give you what to expect in terms of obviously who's in it. And kind of references. So would you get with the new quote unquote characters or that are alternate X-Men, like you see Domino and some of those other ones, and they focused a lot on Terry Crews. Well, they are in the movie. Yes, that is correct. However, the statement I'm about to make when I say there are other X-Men in this movie beyond what you see in the trailers. Okay? So there's more X-Men in the movie than what you see in the trailers. I'm not going to give an idea as to who, when, where, what, how, but you don't want to miss that part. That is rather interesting to see that whole part come together. In regards to Cable, Josh Brolin, he did pretty good. I know very limited about the character of Cable, but he did pretty good. And again, based on the trailer of what you figure that, okay, he is the villain, he's the bad guy in this movie. Yes. However, he's not the only villain in this movie. That's number one. Number two, the other villain, and I'm not going to give this away at all. I don't want to ruin this, because when that moment happens, when you see the movie, that is just kind of, it's a shocking fact. That's kind of like the X-Force in regards to what they say, the X Factor for you. The villain in this movie is probably the best villain that has ever appeared in any X-Men universe movie. Okay? And again, like I said, I'm not talking about Cable. So again, if you see the movie, when that moment pops up, you're gonna catch that. That's kind of that was kind of fun to come across. There were a lot of Avengers jokes, and it kind of timed right, because you figure with Josh Brolin going as Cable and Deadpool, all right, so you got that cross references there, and they make a lot of cross references to some of the Avengers. That was fun. I'm just trying to think, and obviously you know about Cable being the character he is in regards to being a time traveler character of some sort. I still don't know his entire story. I'm going to have to read up a little bit more on him to kind of get a full understanding. But Ryan Reynolds uses time travel too in this movie. And he just, being that Deadpool / Ryan Reynolds, the way their humors kind of are as one, he goes back and he corrects some things. And all I will say is, there's more than one Deadpool in this movie. It's kind of interesting. Doesn't really make much sense, but again, you'll figure it out. And then also in this movie, on about 2 or 3 different levels, I guess you could probably say that there's a huge cameo in there. So kind of think that over for a minute and just kind of take that as you may. But overall, it was a good movie. The trailers were really good. I know we're kind of going backwards a little bit now. There were probably a few good movies. One trailer specifically that was with it. Now I know not all movie theaters put the same trailers. Apparently there's some sort of adult NC-17 rated R some sort of weird movie, and it's a Muppets movie, but it's for adults. It's I don't really know how much to go beyond that. It's pretty vulgar, but it looks pretty interesting. I'm kind of looking forward to that seeing that when it comes out this summer. So that's coming out. But overall, in terms of probably the movies I've seen this year, I would say that this movie is probably number 3 on the movie list for me this year in terms of what I've seen. And again, it's just my personal opinion on how I've felt about the movies. I'm not going based on Rotten Tomatoes or anything, but in terms of how I enjoyed them. So I'd say Black Panther is my number 1 so far at this point this year. Ready Player One is my number 2 movie this year. Deadpool 2, I would put this in at number 3, and only because of how frustrated I was when Infinity War ended. Just because of that ending, I'm sliding that down to number 4, where that was at number 3. So that's so far the movies that I'm kind of just focusing on, thinking about this year. I know we still got a lot more movies coming out this year. We got Ant-Man 2, that's going to be coming out. Venom, we're 2 trailers in, and a lot of people are still kind of trashing that movie. I don't know. I'm still going to go see it just to kind of give Sony a chance to redeem themselves, but who knows? That's not till November, so we got plenty of time. So thanks for tuning in, and I've got some more thoughts coming up with the royal wedding that had occurred this weekend, so I'm kind of going to touch base on that soon. So have a good night. See you soon.